Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. I have not made a video in so long, but I'm trying my best to kind of have some more content because I also like to enjoy watching a lot of your content. So I just wanted to provide more updates, but I actually kind of saved a couple of comebacks to kind of set up for. So today we're going to be setting up for TXT, aespa, and IVE. I always do a 9 pocket for aespa, and then I usually collect almost everything that is album related to Terry. It depends. Sometimes I collect like extra pops if they're cheaper than the actual photo card. And then we'll also do IVE because I've had a new comeback with IVE Secret, which I haven't actually listened to yet. But by the end of this video, by the time you see this, I'll probably have listened to it. I always usually like IVE's music, but the time that the album came out, like it was kind of chaotic for me at work. So I haven't been as caught up, but trust me, I'm still into K-pop. I'm like slowly collecting again. I do definitely have lots of cards to store. I just haven't collected enough for it to be like a whole video yet. So I feel like once I get my Korean package, like I'll be storing cards. But for sure, I know I always come back with photo card storing cards, like maybe like once a month or once every month and a half. So but I'm trying my best because I know right now it's like almost it's almost the start of fall, end of summer, so a lot of tours are happening, but I'll be trying to grind out on content. But yeah, enough of that long intro. Let's get started. So for Taehyun, I usually collect everything except for like concept cards or lenticulars like in the past. I actually went on Poke Market today and bought like a bunch of like filler cards that I still needed to collect that were kind of cheap because I just had a big balance. So I still need one more reverse card from this era. I think this is after it's mini sewed. So I need that card. And then we also have the new era. I already bought the Love Language Love Lock cards. And then we have the Awake version already of the Star chapter together. So I'm going to be setting up for that. I don't know if I put enough pages, but yeah. How are you all? I feel like I've been very busy with stuff at work. I work in government, so it's always a crazy time when our government is crazy in America. So I will do that. I'll put this, I'll just leave that there. But I definitely have both of these on the way. Put this one here instead. How are you all? Like I said, I've been busy, so I haven't been as kept up in K-pop. I am going to see TXT in actually 2 weeks. I decided last minute to go. I'll talk about my experience probably in like a sleeving cards video because I feel like I don't want to share quite yet what TXT experience I have. I feel like you can kind of guess from the way I'm talking about it, but I just don't want to jinx anything. But essentially, my best friend is TXT is her ult, so of course, if that's her ult, we will try our best to sit pretty close. But okay, for TXT, for Terry, we have these cards. So this is I'm going to put the 2 love language cards here first. So it goes love language lock. Is that like a peace sign? I'll do peace sign. I really love love language, but I didn't feel the need to like buy anything related because I just feel it's unnecessary to really buy for me on my end since I live elsewhere now that to have a bunch of items. So I just buy the cards. Blue card again. This video might be kind of boring because but it's like a photo card related photo. What is it called? It's a photo card related video, so I think it makes sense. Chapter together, awake. I know for me, my city is still very hot for summer, so I'm very much looking forward to fall. But with fall comes more more reasons to spend money for like the holidays. So I'm like not even in the mindset to think about 17 tour. Like they just had their Korean tour date this past weekend, and I like saw the set list because I usually don't like what is it called? I usually like spoilers, so I don't mind like knowing what songs, but they sang a bunch of different older songs, which I won't mention because I know people don't like to be spoiled either, but they sang like songs that I've never heard, and I've been to a bunch of their tours already, so I'm glad that they're able to make it work. But at the same time, it's like kind of sad because then Hoshi and Woozi were at they can only watch the what is it called? They can only watch the show. They can't perform because they're about to go to the military. So we saw like Woozi bald head and also Hoshi, but they like have normalized it since they just had their comeback. But like I could have gone to see the 96ers for like KCON, but I just think that weekend was like I just didn't want to do anything because I knew I was gonna go see Hypen that following 2 weekends, so I didn't want to overdo it and also like save money, right? Because I knew like at that point I already bought 17 tickets, but I just didn't want to spend more money. I don't know. I feel like all these tours are coming at a crazy time where like I have a full-time job, but I know that like my future in the next year might not have the most money, and I'd rather go like travel than to like spend more money on tours. So I didn't want to spend too much on 17 this time because I just knew my luck wasn't gonna be good. Also, for these photo cards, the mini book these mini book keyrings are like the same price as a what is it called? As a Weaver's version, but why are these so expensive? Like if you just buy it without the keyring, like randomized, I understand it's literally giving the same thing as like an Hypen essential version where it's like 1 out of 21, which like there's only 5 of them, so technically it's like 1 out of because each member has 4 and there's 5 of them, so there's like 1 out of 20. So like it's kind of pissing me off. But also there's 4 versions versus the essential version only had 1 version. So these cards are so cute, so I must have them, but I figured that they would be hard to collect. I thought the solo track would be harder to collect, but that one's been okay. He's kind of priced right now at like $5. I know Terry's a little cheaper than Subin and Yeonjun and Bumgyu, but like I just feel like if we already struggle with having a Weaver's version, why is the mini book keyring equally as hard? So I guess the next time I get paid, I'll probably buy these because I know like I'd rather like pull the chances and or like trade for them instead of having to like buy them outright. Because I think I saw this cherry for like $25 or $30. I'm like, might as well buy a whole set, right, and take my chances, which is like obviously consumerism, but it's fine. Okay, so I already put solo track. I'll put the star keyring here too, since I want to complete a 4-pocket pattern. But I always like to collect groups that I don't necessarily have to buy all the albums for. So to me, I've only bought like one set usually of IVE's albums, and then aespa I usually just buy one single album of the million versions they have because I collect GG. And then we'll put the mini key book, what is it called? The mini key rings right here. So I have been also kind of busy watching football. I love football. I don't know if anybody else watches it with their family. I know like watching sports could be a more like the niche of having being a K-pop stan and also a sports fan is very high. So if you watch other sports, I also watch baseball. So that we're kind of coming up postseason. My team is not doing they're doing okay. They're just not like the Dodgers, you know, but the Giants is the team I follow because I'm from San Francisco. So they're like struggling here and there. I feel like if we did better early on the season, it'd be much easier to like kind of clinch postseason right now. But we're fighting for a what is it called, the wild card spot. So mini book keyring, whatever. I'm gonna do 4 of those. I won't put in specifics since I feel like it'll take a while to find those. Also, the fact that I only went out today, like on Poke Market, to find the missing Weverse versions I needed, I feel like I'll take forever to collect these cards at the moment, just because, like, you know, y'all, I gotta pay rent, and I also have car insurance, and being an adult and being a collector is also very hard when I feel like before I lived with my parents for a second. So, alrighty. Okay, and then that is... Oh, and then we have the 4 Weverse versions. I always tell myself that I'm not going to collect the Weverse versions, but these are so cute. Because that hat because I love Terry when he does his little motion here. And then his cheek heart is always funny. And look, this is literally Terry teeth. I'm a sucker for... Like, I know people have their niches of, like, what kind of photo cards they like for idols. Mine is when idols show teeth. Like, this soup bin right here. Yeah. Weverse A... outdoor. Yeah, I know. I'm just... Also, I've been going to the gym a lot. I also, low-key, am in a very dangerous zone where I might... Like, if I watch any more Pokemon videos, I will start collecting Pokemon cards. Which is also another, like, type of addiction because, like, those are truly, like, random packs. Like, I was already opening, like, football photo cards. Cheek heart. Because I love football and baseball, so... But those are different because those are real... I mean, I guess K-pop is also real people, but, like Pokemon, it's like you can collect any of them because you can't hate all Pokemon, you know? You have a bias because you're a favorite, but otherwise, like, the variety is, like, crazy. Thai concept. Alrighty, I think that is it for TXT. If sometimes I don't like to what is it called? Sometimes there's like a look that's very similar to all the other cards, so I might not collect like one of the cards here. If, like, let's say he has a suit concept that, like, I think is better. He looks better in, like, the pop version, then I'll opt for the pop version because I don't see the backs anyway, so it doesn't bother me. But otherwise, this is what we have for TXT setting up a good amount of cards to collect this era. I didn't really collect Love Language outright, so... but I actually really do like this new album, so... TXT never misses with their music, so that's why I'm going to see them last minute. But I'll talk to you more about TXT when we get to that concert. Okay, next we're going to set up for... not Stacy. I actually finished this. This is in my... I have it with me. I don't know if I want to collect S yet, but we'll take our time with that because I definitely put a lot of Seun for that era, so I'm not, like, worried. And then for IVE, I still am missing the Digipack version, but I'll find it when I find it. It shouldn't be too hard to find because IVE is really expensive on Pokemarket, but right now, like, with all the tariff situation, I'm unsure how expensive Korean tariffs will be or like tariffs on anything coming into the US will be. So I'm just gonna test it out first. But yeah, we have IVE's what's it called? IVE's newest album, Secret, which I really liked a lot. And then like, I like the title track. Sorry, I haven't listened to the rest of it yet. But we have I did not know until this morning that there was a hat PC. So that is like Prio, but she's always so cute. I love collecting Yujin cards because she's always a really good selfie taker, and also, like, the more content I watch, the more I know, like, honestly, girl group photo cards are so cuter and much cheaper, but I just feel like, of course, out of all the groups that I collect, they kind of tend to be the more expensive girl groups for some reason. Like, of course, like, 4th gen, like, it makes sense if IVE and aespa are, like, the top 2 leading girl groups for, like, stuff like that. Like, I know there's other really, really good girl groups I also listen to, but I just feel like in terms of, like, name-wise, I feel like Le Seraphim, IVE, and aespa definitely take one of the top, like, tiered like, photo card prices. Like, obviously all the music is good of other groups too, but my point in saying this is that, like, I just feel like, obviously they all come from big companies, so of course they're gonna be marketed a little bit more, right? And then of course, like, Third gen, we have like Twice and Blackpink, but even Blackpink doesn't have an album, so album out recently. So okay, anyways, enough of that. So I'm gonna be setting up for 7 first of all, and then we'll find 2 more pops when I get the chance. But for now, like, I haven't really bought albums because I just haven't had the chance to pre-order from any store, and I didn't see any cute pops that I really wanted. So I'll just be setting up for these for now. I usually don't collect the MD version, but I don't mind the MD version because it usually split really cheaply between 6 of them. So I will set it up for now. But if I choose not to get the MD, then I'll get 3 more photo cards, like 3 pops or whatever. Anyways, enough talking. I also in general have been super not in my game on Twitter even. Like, I usually am always on Twitter, but Twitter's always like kind of chaotic since politically it's been kind of crazy in my field right now. And yeah, hat. I'll put like white hat. I'll always forget the version name because I haven't even bought the album, right? So alrighty. If there's any new or group music that you would all like to recommend to me, I'm so open to listening to more because I listen to music a lot at work. In a day, I work 8 hours, so I definitely am listening to music like all day because my field of work always requires me to be at the computer. And so my iPad's about to die, but it's okay. Gasp. Oh my god. Hey. If I go on tour, probably like next year, I feel like I would totally go out of my way to see them because out of all the people I haven't seen yet, I haven't seen Stacy because they always come at a time that I literally can't like up and go see them. And then what is this, like straight hair, white shirt? But for IVE, last time they were here, I didn't like quite stand them yet. So I definitely was seeing all the videos and I really wanted to see them. I would say that like, even if I like Blackpink as a 3rd gen group, I would totally see Twice if they came nearby. And if the price is right. Because I feel like Twice are a bigger group, so definitely they could be priced higher. But I know last time they came to a stadium, so there's always good tickets. Cheek heart. It's always these pockets that don't fit. So strange. Okay. And this is the Digipack Duck Lips. I feel like Duck Lips is so like 2015. So the fact that people are like kind of bringing it back, I think this past year has been the year of like nostalgia. So everything that we like happened like 10 years ago is coming back again. So like early 2000s music. Like people going to the club listening to songs that I feel like I grew up with. Evil Cupid. Never heard of this version before. Close up. I also know if I bought a set of albums for myself that I would definitely not pull Yujin. Like you always never pull your bias. I always pull Ray and ESO. But I love them. I'd keep their cards too. And then we have the MD version. Alrighty. I really haven't had many ideas to make photo cards anyway, or do like videos with photo cards. So I also the other day I found somebody selling like a bunch of Jisoo cards. So I literally have all okay, this is Black Pola piece, Poke Cheek. I think I have the Poke Cheek on the way. So I'm the only photo card I'm missing is literally one of the Polas, but that's not a priority because those are cheap. And then I have all of these on the way. So I was like, I just wanted to bite the bullet and find it because people aren't really trading Blackpink anymore. And I just know like, because they haven't had active comebacks, there's like no cards to collect. So in ways, like because they haven't had a comeback in 2 years, like I've saved I've saved my coin besides the concert ticket on collecting cards, so might as well just buy them all. Oh, I still love this pink Zelle page, which I'm excited for to collect aespa, and I wanted to make this video for aespa, but it's not that like much if I just did Rich Man and Dirty Work. But I love me a good Gigi hair color, so I'm gonna collect a 9 pocket of the Ginger, which is Dirty Work, and then I'll do a 9 pocket of Rich Man. But for now, Rich Man, I'm only gonna collect the album cards because some of the versions are kind of strange, so I'll show you what's up. Okay, so this is the template that I have for Dirty Work. I am just gonna do the four main cards here. So I'll do the Dirty Case A, B, Dirty Code, and Dirty Worker because the Dirty Crew ring is so expensive for no reason. And that looks like other photo cards. And in general, like this is kind of like the t-shirt one the limited version back in I think Armageddon era. But she like I could honestly have any of these like ginger hair card, I wouldn't matter. But I think if I'm gonna be more picky this era and like truly collect what I want and not just because it's cheap. Because you know her look is she just like has a different face, but she's just in a different background. But again, I think it's the hair that sells it. But I already bought the K-Town For You fan sign and the Everline fan sign, so I will have those on the way from Poke Market. I know Poke Market right now has no K packet, so the $30 shipping is pretty crazy. But it's like for what it is, like it's not terrible because then you can keep those cards in there forever. Versus like Mercari Japan, you have to like leave it there. It used to be 45 days, but now it's like 50 or 60 days, so not too bad, but still you have to pay the tariffs that we're unsure about. And then I really want the Lucky Draw because she's wearing a baseball jersey. Like you can barely see it, but I love, like, my niece is kind of also collecting photo cards where they have like baseballs or like not bats, the mitts and everything. So she has that here. She looks good. And then for some reason, this photo card just got me. She kind of looks like Winter in this photo card, but she's just sexy here, so that's why I wanted that. I know it's gonna be hard to find that POB. And then Everline, she's holding a Horanghe. So, and then the Walmart one is the most different out of all the other hairstyles, so I wanted to get one of those. But I saw the Walmart version yesterday when I went to Walmart, but nobody's probably gonna buy it, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm either gonna buy that copy or when I get the chance I'll like find it. But otherwise, like I'm not really worried about buying albums right now because I just want to buy. I'm like being better and not having to like buy albums without having to carry it back home. But we have these 4 photo cards. Like if I buy one album, it's literally gonna cost me like $30 already. Versus I'd rather pay like $10 each, which I know is a kind of a crazy price for a girl group photo card. But like I was saying earlier, like their cards are expensive for like no reason. It's just, and they were a 4-member group, so it's the same way like Blackpink's cards were expensive like that. There's like the fans just make it like expensive, you know. So those are the 9 cards I'm gonna choose today. I'm gonna put this to the side, but otherwise I'm like so excited to collect Ginger. The minute that she debuted with the ginger hair, I was like super ecstatic. But where to go one by one the different photo cards. Since I already showed you, I'm not going to put it on here on screen because it's kind of like in my way. But Dirty Case A, I actually really like the preview for, what is it called? The preview for aespa, especially for Rich Man. So I'm super excited to really like dive deep into the album since I haven't had a lot of time to really like listen to anything because I've been in a lot of meetings and stuff like that. But I know for a fact it'll be worth it no matter what because aespa always has bangers. Whoever makes their music, well, also admit I know a lot of producers that write for SM, so that's why their music is always hidden. Oh, also I know this is really not even related, but EXO announced that they would come out with something in December, which I know I have not talked about on this channel because I haven't made a video in a hot minute, but I'm so excited. You all know like I go feral for EXO because that's my OG group. I mean, my OG group is GOT7, but like I also liked GOT7 around the same time as EXO back then. So I know for a fact, I mean, Beck's my ult too, right? So I know like it's gonna be so tough because like I just feel like CBX won't be a part of it, but like it makes no sense to like promise that EXO is coming back if they don't come back as the full 9, right? But of course, like knowing how SM works, like if we get 8, we're like blessed. But of course, like Lay's been kind of hinting that he's been talking to Suho, so I just feel like we deserve we deserve like a full comeback with all 9 of them. I mean, Don't Fight the Feeling barely had Lay in it because they just had one photo card version for him, and he like it was for he was in the music, like in the title track, but like he wasn't like actively promoting with them, and or like it was like a hologram version. I don't know, like for how you think that our society is moving forward and can, you know, people produce music not at the same studio as each other. Like you just like send in a sample or you send in your verse, like you know how rappers like send in their verse from away, right? Like clearly Jason Derulo didn't record the music with NCT, right? So I feel like it's like totally doable for Lay to do work in China and then like send it to SM, but you know SM's incompetent, so that's why like we only have hopes and dreams for EXO comeback. So for something to come out in December and we have no idea about, because right now Suho is promoting his stuff, and Chen is also promoting his new music, and then Beck is still on tour. Everybody's like kind of like, it makes sense for December because then like they'll probably come back and then like dip again and do their own stuff. But I'm like, if they do something in Korea like a fan meeting in December, I'd be kind of mad because then like of course like I have, you know, we have holidays, we hang with our families, we can't always like up and go to Korea, which, you know, a lot of my friends do that, especially for like 17. But I think it's just very it's hard to do that when like I definitely have, my god, is that enough? Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, I chose 10. I'm so dead. Okay, I will lucky move, lucky draw. Okay, K-Town, fan sign. Okay, I'm gonna bank. I'm gonna bank that I'm not gonna find this one, so I'll forfeit that one for now. But I'll put it as K-Town fan sign since I already have that one secured. I can't believe I can't count. That's fine. Yeah. So I have to also focus on my career. So I can't. Also, I can't take enough days off. Like I just started my new job, so I literally can't. We have Everline fan sign too. I can't just take off in Korea at the end of the year. I mean, I think I have enough days, but I also wanted to take off for Christmas. So if they do something during Christmas, though, that'd be crazy. Okay, that was what we set up for aespa Dirty Work. And then now we're set up for Rich Man. I know this video has already been, like, unnecessarily long for how much I'm setting up and talking. But I got more heated because of EXO. Because I just know, like, as an XOL, I've been an XO for a long time, y'all. Like, we never get anything good, and if it is good, like something always bad happens. Like I remember for Exist era, which was like the last era we had, which was in 2023 before Sehun. Oh, respectfully, like they dropped it and then they dipped. Like there was no proper promotion for it. But Sehun comes back in the next few days actually, and what was I gonna say? And so even during Exist, like they had delays because they just didn't make enough albums, even though people pre-ordered like hella in advance. So that was a crazy time. I'm actually excited to collect OT9 again. OT8, OT9, we'll see. But if they have like a physical album. But if it's just like some song, or if it's like a remake of Miracles in December, I'm going to be pissed. Anyways, we're going to do energy version, bag version, burst version, and then both of the guitar version. This is the group card, and then this is like probably Giselle's card. That's 5 cards for now, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then I'll get 4 cards. I kind of want one with the curly hair, so maybe I'll go out to either Target or Walmart if I choose to, but otherwise, like, I feel like I always get, like, one exclusive per era, so I've been leaning more towards Walmart and Target in the past, and the K-pop Naros always have expensive albums, and their pools is okay. I think it's also nice because, obviously, aespa's a 4-person group, and I collect GG, so, but I'll set up for now for the 5 of these, and then I'll put in fillers for the rest. I typically also set up when I can set up for a new girl group or like a new girl group era, because I feel like setting up for like 17 is like so tedious because I usually collect OT13, but in the past album I didn't want to collect. It just felt like it was going to be hard to collect for the rest of them, so I only did top 4, and just in general, like the timing of it, I was like moving and doing stuff, so. Again, I still fully love K-pop. I'm not saying, I know my tone, sometimes it feels like I'm like tired, but I just feel like when cards and everything are going up in price, it's no longer fun to like, and also everybody always mentions this, but because the trading game is like so bad right now on Instagram, that like if we have to resort to buying things off Mercari US, like that's buying like things with US prices versus in the past, like of course we would just buy things for either cheap because of group orders, because it's abroad or whatnot, but in general, like things are just more expensive now. And affording a hobby like this when I can, like, I don't know, buy a new pair of shoes or like go out to eat, like I'd rather do that. I think when I was with my parents though, I definitely worked more than I went out with my friends because I lived farther away. But now that I live closer to where my childhood friends are, it leads me to go see them more often or go on trips more often. So always, I know, like I always talk about finances, but K-pop makes you have to think about your budgeting, because I know, like, I think I'm fortunate because I'm an adult and I don't have to worry about being like a minor collecting, because, you know, they don't necessarily have jobs or make money as much as adults do. But for sure, like I also collect on camera, so I always feel the pressure to like not like make more videos because I make them on my own pace, but I like to watch these videos like weekly, every Sunday, y'all. I know like everybody uploads on Sunday. I be watching all the people that I'm subscribed to. Like I enjoy new content and also going to concerts, so that's why it's very hard to like really balance checkbooks if we can't always spend all our money on K-pop. Okay, this is what we have here. So I'm excited to collect for aespa, and then store my Blackpink cards and also collect for IVE. Very consistent groups that always have cute cards, so truly always ready for more music. But in general, I'm definitely taking a slower approach to collecting, like I always say, but I always collect fast, because clearly if I collected slow for Blackpink, like here, I collected slow for Blackpink, but then I just ended up buying a whole bunch of her cards. Like at that point, I just knew like I just have to finish, because I love Jisoo myself. I might want to find one more, but I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look. That's it for these setting up my binder video for new comebacks. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you all have a great September. Bye!